Oh, I hate reality. Everything sucks. We have a virus out there that is killing people that is basically named after a beer. There's chaos in the streets. Raid Shadow Legends is everywhere online. And on top of that, my favorite YouTubers are being canceled. I need an escape. And I wish I could live in a video game. That'd be the best day of my life. Yeah, that sounds way better than working a part-time job. I mean, I could just spend my days adventuring and killing monsters to level up, and if I needed money, I could talk to villagers for quests like defeating a zombie dragon or getting rid of a bunch of evil plants that have a rapid growth rate. I mean, the problems from this reality wouldn't transfer over into a fantasy world. Right? I've done musical comedy, but that was long ago. And since then, I've done cosplay, vlogs, a cooking show, speed drawings, well, I've done a few. Skateboarding and funny skits, I've done that too. So maybe I'll do a review. So I wrote this little song for my new show, Rants. With all that's going on in the world today, most people need a break from reality, and their one safe haven is anime. Now, I rarely have a chance to catch up with anything due to the fact that I have a busy work schedule, but every so often the planets will align and the universe will grant me just a little bit of time to relax. During this time of quarantine, I stumbled across the anime, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Now, I've seen a lot of people cosplay as a demi-human named Ralph Talia from the show, and curiosity got the best of me. As I watched it, I realized that there was a lot of parallels between our universe, dealing with certain YouTubers and celebrities, and our main protagonist. But before we can make the connection between one virtual world and another, we need to understand the plot. The anime starts off with our weeb hero, Naofumi Iwatani. He's your typical socially awkward student, and he has his fair share of trouble with the ladies. But all of this changes when he stumbles on a book about the 4 cardinal heroes. Naofumi flips through the pages and learns that each hero wields a distinct weapon: a sword, a spear, a bow, and a shield. But what's this? The pages of the shield hero are blank. And suddenly a big light glows and then bada bing bada boom, he's sucked into the book and he awakes to find himself standing in a new strange place beside strangers and there's a shield stuck to his arm. How convenient. The king explains that they are the legendary heroes to fight off the waves of monsters from different dimensions. The heroes are then paired with adventurers to help them through their journey to level up before the first wave. Now all 3 heroes get 3 to 5 party members except Naofumi. Surprisingly, nobody wants to join the Shield Heroes party. When asked why, the king explains that it's because there is a rumor floating around that the Shield Hero is weak and ill-informed of this world. But despite this discrimination, a red-headed adventurer named Mine decides to switch parties and join Naofumi. Things seem to be looking way up for our shield hero. I mean, trusting a beautiful woman to buy her shields and armor and stuff like that, I mean, what could go wrong? After a hard day of grinding, even the most defensive of shield heroes can get tuckered out. Naofumi and Mine celebrate with a fancy dinner and retire to their separate rooms. Now, up until this point, the story was a bit cliche and I enjoyed it thus far. But the tone completely shifts as Naofumi wakes up the next day to find that his clothes and money are gone. After the startling discovery, he runs to Mine's room to tell her the horrible news, but like his belongings, she's nowhere to be found. Soldiers end up capturing him and taking him to the castle where he's being accused of assaulting Mine the night before. He pleads innocent, but because of the bias that he's a shield hero, nobody will listen. In the end, he realized that Mine had only been nice to him just so that she could take advantage of his money. He's cast out completely alone and has to level up all by himself. Keep in mind, he is one of the weakest attack-wise of the 4 cardinal heroes.
Just like that, all my money, my respect, and my trust was gone. I lost everything.
Now, I don't want to spoil the story for you, but just imagine yourself in this situation. Suddenly you wake up to find that the people that you thought were there for you had played you, and you're completely alone. The whole world wants you dead for something you didn't even do. How scary would that be if you were Naofumi, knowing that the way that society works is you're guilty until proven innocent? Fortunately for Naofumi, he's a fictional character. I believe that The Rising Shield Hero is one of the most important shows to watch and understand and learn from in this day and age of cancel culture. The way that you feel for Naofumi as he goes through the struggles of this new world that he doesn't belong to, the way that it makes you angry at the people who just blatantly discriminate against him for something he didn't do. And even if you've never been through something like this, I'm more than certain you can understand what it feels like to be on the receiving end of this type of hate. Throughout the past couple of years, I've seen big YouTubers lose massive amounts of followings and credibility due to false accusations. The most common drama that I think everyone knows about would probably be Tati and James Charles. A drama that caused James to lose over 1 million subscribers in one day. But I think a more fitting example would be Pro Jared. For those of you who need to be caught up on the situation, Pro Jared's ex-wife Heidi had announced on Twitter publicly that he had been cheating on her for a while.
No cheating happened. I told my wife of the time that I no longer wanted to be with her in October of 2018. I was refused. I was told no. I had my career threatened. I felt controlled. It was my choice to not be in that relationship anymore.
Someone who is manipulative as well as seeking to destroy another person's reputation. That sounds an awful lot like mine from The Rising of the Shield Hero, does it not? Now, unfortunately for Pro Jared, things go from bad to worse as minors then surface to demonize him through accusations. It took him about 3 months, but he finally made a response video to defend himself, and it blew all of the accusations out of the water.
For example, if we go to Chai's accusations, we can see that... never mind. He deleted his accusations. Well, that's okay, because we can still go to Charlie's Twitter, and we can see they deleted theirs too. This is the equivalent of firing a gun and then trying to hide it while it's still smoking.
The way that cancel culture seems to work is whoever fires first is the ones that the masses follow. Despite the fact that there was no proof for the allegations, nobody cared. I saw thousands of people harassing Pro Jared, friends of mine included, despite the fact that they knew nothing of the situation.
And I don't know how else to describe what I watched other than sheer disbelief.
Another topic that I want to talk about are for the people who made edgy jokes 10 years ago and how the internet is trying to ruin their careers if they fall into that category. In the anime, we later on find out that the reason why the king hates Naofumi is because he hated the previous shield hero. So instead of giving him a fair chance to prove himself, he's met with discrimination right off the bat.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. I just assumed it was because you're the shield hero.
Ha! You too?
You see, context matters, and although we aren't a completely different shield hero like in the anime, after 10 years, we technically are different people. As time goes on, we tend to grow. Our morals and values change, the way that we mature. All of that is relevant, and it has to be in context to what people are canceling you for. A prime example would be Joji, or some of you may know him as Filthy Frank. Did you know that K-pop stans are actually trying to cancel him because of a character that he created and played years ago? So, side note, and I just thought that this was funny, but alongside of Joji, there was another Asian rapper that was being canceled. And upon further investigation, it was for a tweet he made about like 9 years ago. But when you do the math, he was 12 years old when he made that tweet. Literally, people are trying to cancel this person for a tweet he made at 12 years old. Like, does anybody see the problem with that? Anyways, back to the video. Now, I'm not saying to instantly forgive someone for what they've done, nor to ignore what someone else has to say. I'm simply stating that you should do your research and figure out the context of it before you start spamming their Twitter, because you might be spreading false information. Well, that's all I really have to say about the topic, but I think I'll let Pro Jared end this video. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
The next time you see someone being canceled, with the mob attacking them and going after them, ask, what's the other side's story? Is there more to this? How do you know they deserve to be bullied and shamed? Through evidence or through public opinion? Nobody likes cancel culture until they get an opportunity to cancel someone.